Right there folk, welcome back to another video beer review. Today we'll be coming out of Elmeleven and it is their I Want to Leave. Now for some reason on Untapped it says that this is 4.7%. It's not, it's 5.5. Obviously Elmeleven based out of Sweden. It is it says forest berries, chocolate and caramel ripple sour. Now, doesn't that sound delightful? I had to pick this up. It was a little tad expensive, but you kind of expect to pay that for Elmeleven. And I have had a few beers from them in the past, which were just mental. So I had to pick this can up. Got it from Trembling Madness back probably about 3 weeks to a month ago now. But yeah, I just had to give it a go. I've got a couple of other cans from them as well. But let's start off on this one. Beautiful artwork, firstly. Kind of sci-fi sort of theme. They always are a little bit wacky, are the Elmeleven cans. And I love them. You've got two skiers and then a UFO. I know someone who I work with who'd fucking love that can design. You know who you are. Right, let's crack this one open and see what utter delights lie within. Firstly, what a colour. Secondly, what a nose. And I'm going to pour it into the cunt glass. I just love this glass. Not the colour you expect. It obviously is a lot lighter. God, I poured that terribly. I don't want it. Oh my god. Oh my word. Jesus Christ. Okay. That is a ridiculous amount of flavour for a beer of that ABV. I know we always kind of like tie ABV and flavour, you know, in hand, but it shouldn't necessarily be that way. But this is just sublime. It's gone to adjunct world. That's where it's gone. Flipped can to mix. I did a bit beforehand, but I have to do a bit more afterwards. It's just mental. I was going to say, you know, mana step aside, because obviously this is not quite the viscosity, but if you look into the glass, it's not really going to show up on the camera very well, but I can see the puree. It is so thick. I know those kind of puree sort of notes struggling to get through the top of the head there. I mean, nose isn't all that much. This is not the best glass for nosing a beer at all. But you get like, is it raspberry? Did I read right that it was raspberry? Am I going mental? I mean, forest berries, generic berries, blackberries, blueberries. Wouldn't be surprised. No, I can definitely smell blackberries, blueberries and blackberries sort of thing. Just like a weird little memory that's pinged in the back of my mind of deep-seeded RBR from Glasshouse, where Eddie, I think it was now just called deep-seeded, but there was loads of different variants when they're first kind of like finding their feet with it. But yeah, there's, oh god, it smells fantastic. We'll dive in. Cheers. Oh, it's just fucking beautiful. The way the sweet and the sour tart blend together so well. So, let's go in again. Blueberry, raspberry, bit of blackcurrant sort of note. And there's almost this little kind of steps into it's really fruity, sweet, tart, and it steps in the kind of it's going to be a really specific tasting though. Sometimes when you get a bit of the pip or like the twiggy sort of part, or when you have like a blueberry, and you know that when you get one of the softer blueberries, when you get to the centre, it's almost got like kind of earthier sort of note or earthy sort of flavour. Elements of that, and that lingers as you're waiting for this other flavour to come in. That other flavour kind of comes in really gently. But it's kind of always been there in the background. And it's this lovely, milky, creamy milk chocolate. Slight hints of vanilla. Almost a cherry hit as well. Almost like a like cocoa powder sort of flavour. And then it goes lightly perfumey. It makes you want to go back and drink more and more. And the maple. I could probably say I'd want a touch more maple. It's 100% there, but I maybe want a little touch more. I'm getting through this ridiculously easily. Just because it's gorgeous. It's barely beer. It's just fruits and flavourings. At this point, it's just fruits and flavourings. A fermented beer, undoubtedly, behind it. A shit ton of fucking fruits and a shit ton of flavourings on top. To take this to the point where you would never think it'd be a beer. It is some fruit smoothie delight. It is, very sweet and intense. And I love to review these sorts of beers. But at the same time, how's that a fucking beer? How's that a beer? Where's the fuggles? Obviously, malted barley, malted wheat, oats. Doesn't say anything about hops. I'd genuinely be surprised if there were any hops inside of this. Wild. That's fucking mental. It's one of the most crazy beers I've had in a while. See you next one. Cheers.